Drew Franklin, Jack Pilgrim, and Zach Gagan here in front of a random brick wall after Big Blue Madness occurred in Rupp Arena. It was an exciting night. Energy could have been a little better, but the crowd showed up and really filled in the place by the time it was over. The night started with some big news. Jack, Aaron Bradshaw made the surprise commitment. A five-star center announced 30 minutes before the night started, before the women took the court. You're the recruiting expert. Just how big was that? And what was up with the timing right before Madness began?
It feels like it was planned, right? I mean, there's no way that you get a five-star, top 15, 7-foot shot blocking menace committing 30 minutes before Big Blue Madness starts. I was told that this was supposed to happen yesterday, and they pushed it to today, 30 minutes before the event started for a reason, I believe. You get the entire Camden basketball team here with DJ Wagner, his teammate. Big news. We got We Want DJ chants. It felt like an all-in effort to kind of put a little bow on top of the recruiting class with DJ Wagner.
And with the timing of it, I'll be honest, not that I'm disappointed, but I thought maybe we might get a DJ before the night was over. Just be cool to have the 2-for-1. But huge news getting Bradshaw. That started 30 minutes before Madness. We'll just walk you through all the events. Zach, you were at the blue carpet where they were welcoming all the celebrities. What did you see down there to kick off the festivities?
Well, we saw a lot of good-looking outfits. Obviously, they were trying to sport off all their swag and whatnot. The women's basketball team brought out their new championship rings, the SEC championship rings, so they got to flex those off. Really cool. Wish I had one, I guess. Not close enough with the program for that, unfortunately. But got to see a lot of the former players. We saw Kevin Knox, Hamidou Diallo. Who else did we see down there, Jack?
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist made a big entrance.
The big one, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. They were the Brandon Knight. Those were the dunk contest judges, and Nick Richards was the toughest judge of all. He was trying to find a zero, which I don't think was very fair, but a lot of misses, unfortunately, in the dunk contest, and Nick was clearly trying to punish them for that reason.
Also, I think maybe Nick got the biggest pop out of anyone when they announced him. Might have just been me screaming. I think John Wall's video got a big play. But it was very cool. Yeah, it was very cool to see the UK alums get their own entrance. Tyler Eulis, Brandon Knight, Gilchrist, the guys we've named. The women came out first. They did their entrances. You covered that team a little bit. What did you just see out in that brief scrimmage we got from them?
Well, we've got 10 new faces on that team, 6 rookies, 4 transfers, so there's a lot of new faces out there. Blair Green was one of the lone holdovers. She won the three-point contest, kind of announcing herself back from her Achilles tear from last year. So it was really good to see her coming back out and actually looking 100% healthy. So we got to see, there was only about 6 minutes of play from the women's team. Some nice passes. We saw Nia Russell make a nice pass, a couple good threes from Sanaya Tyler and Maddie Shirt, the girl from Kentucky. So overall, we didn't get to see too much of the team. We saw more of them, honestly, at the blue carpet than we did in the actual game. But it's a rebuilding year. We'll just stick with that.
And in typical Madness format, then we got the cheerleaders doing their usual thing with that loud music that gets everybody rocking. And then it got to the men's entrances. And I guess we're just done dancing. I mean, it was awesome getting all the guys to come out, but no one even bothered dancing at all. We had Oscar come out on crutches, introduce Cal. I guess that was the big moment. Then they got to the basketball, started with a three-point contest. Antonio Reeves coming for that C.J. Frederick crown. He took his Big Blue Madness crown from a year ago, and those guys were battling for a spot in the rotation. What did you think of Antonio Reeves and C.J. beginning with some shooting there?
You know, C.J. was a little bit arrogant to start with. He said, you know what, I'm the reigning champion. I don't need to start this. Why don't somebody else start in front of me? Antonio gets hot. C.J. doesn't get the chance to warm up. He comes in and puts forth an okay performance. But yeah, it's Antonio Reeves coming away with 19 points in that, and then we get the dunk contest, and a lot of misses, but still some entertaining, high-level dunks there from Jacob Toppin.
A lot of misses. They'll edit those out before they put the highlights out. But, I mean, Damian Collins and Jacob Toppin, my goodness. I don't think there's two guys in college basketball like that.
Yeah, Damian Collins, I don't know if he made the dunk where he tried to jump over 3 people at the very beginning. He obviously picked the shortest people on the court, but still, the guy was pretty much jumping out of the gym. Jacob Toppin was not even in the dunk contest until the last second, then came in and won off a fan vote because he was the only one that was actually trying to rouse up the crowd a little bit. So he's definitely establishing himself as a fan favorite, I'd say, too.
Yeah, after that, then they went into the scrimmage. It was very brief. There was so little effort. I hear SEC Network pulled the plug and showed volleyball. Did we get anything out of that back and forth? I think even an NBA All-Star game thought that looked a little lazy.
I think the biggest takeaway was Coach Cal taking the mic at the end saying Lance Ware was going to be out for the next 4 to 5 days. So we got like a little mini update in terms of injury. We got Oscar Sheboy with, obviously he's going to be out for the foreseeable future, but no real highlights. We got, Kareem Watkins trying to dunk. I thought Ugana Kingsley on the end zone. I thought he showed a lot of effort. He was, clearly getting some blocks and some steals and trying to do some high energy things to, I guess, make a good first impression.
You didn't get the memo on the don't go too hard bit, I guess, but that was good.
First time in front of the fans. He's excited.
I was here for it. I was ready for it. So.
Yep. Overall, though, it was a fun night. Again, could use a little more enthusiasm from the crowd. They were here. We'll give them a B+ on attendance and a D- on energy. Overall, though, Cal promised it'd be a madness we'll never forget. I don't know if it'd be a madness we'll never forget, but the commitment from Bradshaw certainly made it a special evening. We're done tying a bow on it here. As always, keep following us on the KSR YouTube channel, and we got a big football game coming up. So beat State tomorrow and go Cats.